the fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy The Goods, and we are back for episode number 21 of The Great Ace Attorney. In the last episode, we discovered a lot. And in this episode, we're going to stop discovering things I don't care about, and we're going to start discovering things I do care about. Namely, what the fuck happened on the experimentation stage. Getting a raid invitation to a Genesex? Stop inviting me to fucking Genesex. Everyone that invites me to these fucking things, I don't care at all. Ugh, the showgrounds are a little too big for my liking. We've been walking around in dense crowds for 2 hours now, and I felt myself swooning 3 times.
There are a lot of people, aren't there? I've almost been trodden on 3 times too.
Be careful, won't you, Iris? Don't let go of my hand. Yeah, she's so little. She's gonna get squished. I need to pick her up. We finally made it through the throngs, though, by the looks of it. Here we are underneath the public experimentation stage where the explosion happened yesterday. What's that? I can hear voices from up on the stage. It sounds like an argument. Oh no. Oh no.
Right, I've had it with you this time. I'm warning you, I'll arrest you in a minute.
Oh yeah? Go on, Inspector, give it a shot. You got no evidence and you know it.
Wait, I know those voices.
You've got a cheeky little mouth on you, young lady, but a night in the cells will teach you some manners.
Just try it, I dare you. If you want that bag of chips rammed down your throat.
Jesus Christ.
Yoo-hoo, Grexy, what are you doing up there?
It's not gonna go well for him.
Ah! It's you! You're here! You're here! Here you are, your ladyship! How are you, your ladyship? Hope you're doing well, your ladyship.
Does that make her 3 times a lady? She's divided by 3 a lady. She's a little baby, dude.
I'm not well at all. It's far too busy everywhere. I wanted to ride in a balloon, but there was a 3-hour queue.
Unbelievable! I'll go and have a word for you at once, your ladyship. You'll be flying as high as a kite in no time once I pull some strings for you.
Maybe stringing her along is actually not the worst idea. I was like thinking in my head, I was like, I don't want to carry her around everywhere. Like, I would much rather Susato come back. But this actually strategically might be a good idea. Tobias Gregson, an inspector at Scotland Yard. Until recently, he was suspended from duty, but it would appear he's back in action now. What did he do? He's actually quite well known, appearing as he does in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. And for that reason, he can't say a word wrong to the story's author, Iris. But there are limits, surely. Or there should be.
What's it, sunshine?
Sorry.
What gives then? Don't tell me you're on this case.
Yes, I'm acting for the defense.
So we're here to investigate.
Dear me, that's the situation, is it?
Is it really that troubling?
Maisie 5 bob, is that all you got? You're a lawyer, ain't you? You can stand to carry a bit more copper in your pockets, Mr. Naruto.
What? Hey! That's the last bit of my spending money, that is! She just robbed me.
You can have it back, but I have to charge you for all the bother. 3 bob.
Give me my money back! This is Gina Lestrade, a pickpocket, or diver, born and bred in the East End of London. In the case that led to my own suspension 6 months ago, this is the young girl I was defending in court. And is still pickpocketing people.
What's your problem, Aldo? Diver, pickpocket, what's with all the name calling? You want a bag of chips round down your throat and all, do you?
I thought you were proud to be a diver, Gina. You were just arguing with Inspector Gregson about it, weren't you? I assume you've been up to usual tricks here at the showgrounds.
That ain't no way to talk to a lady, Odo. Half a year's a long time. People can change. I'm an apprentice now, learning to be a Scotland Yard detective. So you'll have to call me what everyone else does. It's Inspector Lestrade now.
Inspector? That badge is homemade, surely.
The inspector part isn't entirely accurate. No one calls it that. For what it's worth, anyway. Investigating's off the cards for all of us.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what is that supposed to mean?
Right, well, I'll be back up top. You all the fort out here, alright?
Right, sir. God, there's so much fucking talking in this game. This raises a lot of questions. So we have to talk to Gina about Gina. Jesus. It was 8 months ago now that I first encountered Gina in connection with a case I was working on. At the time, she was living in the East End with a group of other orphans. She helped all of them survive by pickpocketing, but then she got embroiled in a murder.
I had a lot of time to think in prison. I realised I couldn't go on like I was. The diving weren't working out. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear it, Ginny. Well done.
So, you went from being a pickpocket to a detective?
You got it. Good, innit? Inspector Lestrade. Sounds like something out of a book, eh?
Talk about a sea change.
And then there's Iris's old man to think about.
Iris's father, you mean?
Yeah, I promised that, didn't I? I said I'd get all the police forces around the world to pull out all the stops looking for him.
Just a small promise then, nothing serious. We know he's dead.
Oh, Ginny, you're so sweet. So anyway, that's how it come I had to go with the test for Scotland Yard. Only trouble is, I don't read so well, do I?
Just a small problem, nothing serious.
And that's when Hurley approached Greggsy and asked for help. So the inspector said he'd take full responsibility for Ginny and made her a sort of apprentice.
That was very magnanimous of Inspector Gregson, and brave.
Well, you know Hurley. He enjoys finding ways to make people do what he wants.
The great detective likes digging for dirt, in other words. I wonder what dirt he has on Gregson.
So the long and short of it is, if you've got questions about the case, you can ask Inspector Lestrade.
Right then, Inspector. Actually, there's still a big mystery surrounding Gina, isn't there?
Oh, what, Bruno, what?
Well, 6 months ago, Gina was the defendant in a trial prosecuted by the Reaper. A trial in which she was found not guilty, and yet here she is still.
Come on, you're not still on about that, are you? The Legend of the Reaper, whatever it's called. Cool, you don't have worry, Yodo.
I didn't half worry, there were probably... If I didn't half worry, there probably wouldn't be a whole lot of you left.
It's like I told you before, innit? The Reaper's kinda like I'm upstairs. Kinda like him upstairs. So he knows what I'm like on the inside. And I ain't really done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong might be stretching a point.
What about Mr. Natsume in Japan? He's perfectly fine, isn't he?
Well, that's true. Maybe the Reaper only gets bad guys.
Exactly. So I word, I'm totally fine.
Interesting. Let's talk about yesterday's incident.
That's what we came here for.
Corey was at it as well, it was. The brainy bloke pulled a bunch of levers on his machine, and suddenly it started billowing smoke. Then it just went pop. I ain't seen a better experiment here yet.
Sorry?
You mean you saw it, Ginny, with your own eyes? Yeah, of course. The boss is in charge here, ain't he? Of keeping everything running smooth, I mean.
The boss being Inspector Gregson, I suppose. That's going to take some getting used to.
So all I have to say is that I'm on duty and I can do whatever I want to. Get this! I was up in one of them flying balloons when it happened, watching it from above. No, you're so lucky, Ginny. Maybe I should join Scotland Yard too. Yeah, do it! You know how to put a boss in his place already, right, Iris? You'd have no trouble at all. Then it's settled. When do I start?
No, you can't join Scotland Yard, Iris.
We'll see. Anyway, what I don't understand is this. If the machine exploded so spectacularly, how can Professor Bunnybrain still be claiming that his experiment was a success? Oh, right. Well, it was a success in a way.
It was. How could it have been? Because he got disassembled. That's how. It fucking... Surely after the whole machine blew up, no one could call the experiment a success.
Like I said, it did sort of work. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of smoke and all that whoop and great bang. But where do you think they found the victim's body, eh? In the Crystal Tower over there.
What? In the tower?
You can see for yourself, can't you? Up there above the scaffold.
Oh.
Oh, where the glass is broken, you mean? Yeah, the cage what would the victim gone in to start with. Really did get beamed through the air or whatever and landed all the way over there. So, you see? It did kind of work, didn't it?
What?
I don't believe it. I mean, I don't get the ins and out of it, but if anything's possible, right? With science. Oh, I'll tell you what. You can have this. It's a plan of the experiment they drew up at the yard.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go on. I have free bob off you before, so fair's fair.
Yeah, I didn't actually give that to you, did I? Interesting. I can only imagine you just got fucking exploded into it. Something Inspector Gregson said before seemed a little strange. Oh, there's still so much shit left. So investigating's off the cards for all of us.
Yes, naughty old Craigsy ran off after that without explaining himself. Alright, that. The boss said no one's allowed to investigate that weird machine that blew up yesterday. Well, that's not fair. We're representing the defendant.
In that case, could you at least tell us what you've learned from your investigations?
Now, you're not getting it. We ain't allowed to investigate neither.
Why?
What did the boss call them again? The Forensic Investigation Team, I think. Anyway, apart from them lot, no one's allowed to lay a finger on the scene. Bit funny, innit?
So even Scotland Yard's own detectives can't investigate. Yes, I've never heard something like that before.
I thought I could have a gander on the quiet though, but the boss caught me at it. You probably heard him give me an earful about it before from down here, didn't you? It's not bleeding fair.
I think you were giving him as much of an earful back as I remember it.
Yeah, well, sometimes I think all on them chips will make him so stubborn. You say something to him, Arrow. Go on, see if you can get through to him.
He's up on the platform above us, is he? Where that machine that exploded is?
You can try, can't we, Bruno? Craigsy will listen to us.
So, we need to examine the mysterious contraption right there. And it was either dropped or hidden. I'm gonna skip past the like bullshit dialogue because we just are putting that into the court record. Examine the piece of green. This is not what I wanted to do actually. Hold on. I need to do that. It's a piece of green cloth. Very thick and stiff. It looks extremely durable. Its canvas is a rubber backing. The ends appear to be charred. Make a note of it. Oh, and then pan up and examine the wreckage. I assume they mean literally that. So they set that up after the fact. And then the final thing is examine the stairs. These stairs obviously lead to the stage above. We should go up there and investigate. And then that takes us up there. Okay, cool. The Great Exhibition Grounds experimentation stage. So that's it, is it? The machine that blew up.
Oh, it must have been a magnificent explosion, and I've seen my fair share.
You've seen things like this before, you mean?
Of course, Hurley's always doing experiments that end in a bang. In fact, in his own words, explosions are the very essence of chemistry.
Ah, that might explain the smell of burning that frequently comes wafting up the stairs.
One time, he made something that exploded with such force it took the roof off the building. I wish you'd been there to see it, Bruno.
It's hard to get too excited about that, given that I now live in the roof.
Well, anyway, that's enough about that. It's time to investigate.
Right, so there's Gregson over there, and he's deep in thought. And then we can examine this big fucking thing. So someone says in the middle of the machine to be disassembled and beamed through the air. Beamed, not blasted, that's the point. Something like that even possible.
Oh, Bruno, I'm just a child. How should I know?
A child when it suits you, you mean? Yeah, convenient.
What I can tell...
Stop! Don't touch that!
That was practically instantaneous kinesis the way you flew over here just now, Craigsy.
Please, your ladyship. I didn't mean to startle you, but I can't let you touch anything up here.
So sorry. You can have some of my latest special blend to make up for it.
Ah, wonderful. This stuff really is wonderful.
Just like old times, this is. Okay, so... We're representing Mr. Hairbrain in court tomorrow, Inspector, so we should be allowed to examine the scene.
Ah, listen, Sunshine. Even I'm not allowed to touch anything up here. It's that blasted special dispensation for scientific equipment act to blame. It's driving me potty.
Oh yes, that special dispensation. The professor mentioned that too.
More red tape's all we need. I don't know what the government thinks it's playing at sometimes.
But we're allowed to just look, aren't we?
Yeah.
Surely that's alright, isn't it, Grexy?
Of course, your ladyship. Anything you say, your ladyship. But please don't get your dainty hands dirty, will you?
Don't worry. We wouldn't dream of touching anything, would we, Bruno?
She really knows how to get what she wants. Bad kid. Lock her up. Time out. Considering how badly damaged everything is, Professor Hairbrain was lucky to escape unscathed, I'd say. Should have a good look around.
Touch anything and I'll make sure I'll kill you before I get strung up myself, yeah?
I won't touch a thing, I promise. So please, spare a thought for your digestion. Anyway, do you really think this machine could actually disassemble people like the professor claims?
Yes, looking totally incredulous. Give it a rest, Sunshine. We were allowed to examine all this blazing scrap metal. Maybe we can answer that question. But we can't, can we?
Because of the annoying rules, you mean?
Exactly! The annoying, obstructive, flaming rules!
Oh, look at the base of the machine there.
Oh yes, there's a tool of some kind poking through the wire mesh.
It's a screwdriver.
Oh, isn't it a lovely one? The handle's in the shape of a capital letter A.
It is? Oh yes, you're right.
What's the matter with you? Don't touch anything I said! Touch anything and I'll make sure I kill you before I get strung up, I said!
Yes, I understand. Sorry. I only touched it a teeny bit.
But Grexy, I'm very curious about this screwdriver. Really, really very curious.
Of course, your ladyship. You're so clever, your ladyship. Fancy spotting something like this. But I'm afraid I can't let you have it.
But Bruno found it first.
I assure you, I'll investigate you thoroughly.
He's gone off with it.
That was very mean. I'm afraid Inspector Gregson's going to make a very clumsy and embarrassing mistake in the next month's installment now.
Poor Gregsy. Okay, so now we talked to Gregson about 4 things. Using high voltage electricity to somehow disassemble a man's body, and then beam him across the Crystal Tower. It's an extraordinary thing to attempt, especially in public.
True, it was by far the most unusual of the experiments planned for the exhibition, mind.
To be honest, I'm surprised it was allowed. Carrying out something so dangerous to so many spectators present, I mean.
The government's doing everything it can to promote new science and technology at the moment. They're more worried about being ahead of the game than they are to spot public safety infringements. If they can be the first to develop some new technology, it makes Britain more powerful in the future, you see?
Yes, I suppose that's true in a way.
So the powers that be are placing heavy emphasis on scientists' rights at the moment.
What sort of rights?
They're making it so that any theories the brain have remain their legal property, as it were, right through developing it to a practical idea and even going into production, which is the infuriating reason us coppers aren't allowed to touch this crime scene, because the new highfalutin special dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act forbids it.
Oh, I see now.
The only people with permission to investigate here are from some brand new department at the yard. The Forensic Investigation Team is called. We've been relegated to keeping guard.
Forensic Investigation Team.
Any old fool can say this heap of scrap metal was a sham to begin with. But just because it says scientific equipment on the paperwork, we can't do a flaming thing with it.
Poor Gregsy. He's very het up, isn't he?
Okay, tell me about these guys that you're so mad about. Remind me again, what's this new legal act that means we're not allowed to touch the scene here?
Are you having me at it, Sunshine? It's a special dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act.
Jesus, how many times can you say it?
Yes, I think Hurley mentioned that recently. With a real twinkle in his eyes, as I remember.
Oh, there's an anime that came out that I heard about. I just got the notification. I was like, what the fuck is that? It's like it's a Chainsmoker cat. I was like, what the fuck?
Yes, I'm sure he did, your ladyship. I'm sure he did. Passed especially for this great exhibition it was. All scientists have to do is present their idea of inventions to some suit in the civil service. And if it gets rubber stamped, there's a guarantee of rights to maintain the invention's confidentiality.
What does that really mean?
Think about it. Think of all the world-changing new inventions on display every day at this exhibition. Although a good half of them are a load of cobblers, if you ask me, put forward by shammers like yourself.
Thanks for that, asshole.
Oh, I love how absurd some of the inventions here are. It's so fun.
It might be fun to you, but a member of the force has to be present at every single demonstration. Can you imagine, eh? And science, that's what I say.
Oh, I don't think so. That sounds like my dream job.
You'd soon think otherwise after spending a day guarding all these shammers' bogus contraptions.
But if they're all bogus, how can anyone hope to demonstrate them? There'd be no point.
Yeah, well, there is a point, sadly.
Sorry?
Thanks to another of our government's bright ideas. If any theory or inventions deemed to show potential, the government hands out a research grant.
The scientists get funding.
Exactly, and that's what they're all after. All these shammers coming from far and wide to clog up Hyde Park. And who has to keep them all safe, eh? There is a small politely welcome them. It's coppers, that's who. So you can see what I'm saying now, can't ya? Hey, science, hang it!
Oh, maybe I can see your point.
I mean, yeah, that sucks for him, but, like, I don't care. Apparently, Professor Harebrained lives and works in Germany now conducting his research.
That's right, going back to Britain especially for the great exhibition, as I understand it. Probably after one of the government's research grants.
Actually, we learned something else about the professor earlier today, about his time in further education. It turns out he was at university with someone we both knew, Lord Van Zeeks.
What's that? That's news to me. But if Van Zeeks managed the prosecution, does he accuse the professor's fate is
sealed, because the Reaper will get him one way or another.
Blimey, that man's beyond me. I don't know what goes on in that head of his. Talking of Van Zeeks, this morning's paper ran the story of him being attacked. Read that?
Oh yes, but Mr. Reaper's completely fine. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, right. Glad to hear it. Still, the Reaper, huh? How long is that business gonna keep up, I wonder?
What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? The victim of this case, the investor, Mr. Osmond, he was another of the Reaper's victims, or so I heard.
Well, Barrett Van Zeeks is a top-class prosecutor, but even he can't always push the right verdict, eh? Sometimes justice can't win.
Yeah, I've heard about jurors being bribed and evidence being falsified.
And that's how the notion of the Reaper of the Bailey came about,
isn't it?
Obviously, Scotland Yard suspected Van Zeeks initially. We all assumed he was taking matters into his own hands if he failed to see the deal in court.
Although the man himself denies that charge.
Well, we've done a very thorough investigation, and the conclusion we reached is that Lord Van Zeeks is in no way related to the deaths of those people outside the courtroom. There's no question in my mind. I'd stake my reputation on it, I would.
But if that's true, then how do you explain it? All those defendants couldn't have just coincidentally died if nobody killed them.
I know that, but I can't explain it. It's a mystery after all, isn't it? It's the whole point of the Reaper.
Professor Harebrained mentioned something else. He said that at university, Lord Van Zeeks was a totally different person, easygoing and kind.
You what?
He said that it was after they both graduated that something happened to change the man. Do you have any idea what that was?
No clue.
Really?
Look, I've got my hands full watching over this frustrating crime scene. Why don't you go and make a nuisance of yourself somewhere else, eh?
I will say, the walkthrough makes this so much easier.
Right, are you done here, Mr. Norahara?
Because I would be investigating so much bullshit. Sorry?
Isn't it about time you were leaving? Or rather, it is about time you were leaving. That lot are here now.
The lot?
The forensic investigation team. They'll be having me to heave-ho. They'll be giving me the heave-ho in a minute too.
Oh dear, poor Gregsy. Here, have another cup of my special blend to cheer you up.
Oh hey, it's a spot. Yeah, it's every time.
Well, at least I've seen the scene with my own eyes. Looks like this is as far as we're going to get with our investigations here, at least.
I've been thinking. Hurley might know something, mightn't he?
About what?
About Mr. Reaper.
About what happened to Lord Van Zeeks, you mean? Because it sounds like something very significant occurred after he graduated from university. Something that completely changed his life. Maybe, but I have no idea where to find Mr. Sholmes at the moment. He's in the middle of some big case, isn't he?
Here, this is what you need.
What's this? Some kind of entrance ticket? Madame Tuspells. Is this supposed to mean something to me?
You don't know it. It's the most popular attraction in London at the moment. It's very close to Baker Street, actually. We can go now if you like.
No, we don't have time for visiting attractions today, Iris. We have a big trial tomorrow.
But that's where Hurley is.
What? At this popular London attraction?
Yes!
How is it that you know where he is?
Hurley told me, but he told me to keep it a secret from you, Bruno.
Madame Tuspells. I don't see how it could be related to the case we're investigating here, but then stranger things have happened. And when they happen, Mr. Sholmes is usually at the heart of them. What a crazy fucking way to go about that, I'll say. They're really just like, we don't really know where to send you, so just follow this guy who's like normally up to some bullshit. Madame Tuspells Museum of Waxworks. Who's that? What is this place? Look at all these terrifying scenes. But why are all the people so still? Guillotines, ruthless murderers. I know what I'll be dreaming about tonight.
They're all wax models. They're amazingly realistic, aren't they? What do you think, Bruno? Shocked?
Wax models? Ah! I read about dead bodies and wax once in a magazine about strange phenomena. Depending on how corpses are kept after death, parts of them can turn to wax, apparently. It's called, Adipocker. Stop talking about creepy things like that, Bruno. You're scaring me. I'm 10, remember? Anyway, Adipocker doesn't form readily. Ah! What now? I've just remembered something else I read in another magazine about strange phenomena. There was an old lady, maybe a witch, who used to pour molten wax over corpses and put them on display.
None of the exhibits in here are real. They're all entirely man-made replicas.
They can't be! Do you really expect me to believe that? Just look at them!
Oh!
There's no way anybody can make models of people that are this realistic! And they're all such gruesome scenes! Wait.
What is it?
Oh, no. I must be seeing things. First of all, who the fuck is that? I know it's a little early, but I'm just gonna end the episode here before we get into it. And we'll just do all of this shit in the next episode. Because it's probably gonna be a very fun thing. Because, yeah, okay. So there's like a bunch of bullshit that happens. So, for now, I'm gonna end the episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.